Hi. In this video, we'll be looking at the structure of a PhD program. We all know that as per the UGC's policy, the minimum duration for a PhD program is 3 years and the maximum duration is 6 years in terms of 2016 regulations. So we look at exactly what you'll be doing in each and every semesters, what are the functional goals that you have to meet once you finish the first semester, and what are the subjects that you'll be having in the first semester. So this is what we're going to look in this video. So if you are interested in doing a PhD program and if you want to know what are the steps involved during a PhD program, please do try to watch the complete video. The first part of a PhD program, we can call it as a coursework. Okay. Basically, you can divide your PhD program into two parts. One is coursework part and the second part is research work part. So coursework, just like your master's degree, you'll be having certain subjects. You'll be having exams. There would be two exams normally. One is a mid-semester test and the second one is an end semester test. So let us see what are the four subjects that you'll be having in a coursework. Basically, the four subjects are: first one, your research methodology; second one, your computer application; third one is your core paper; and the last one is your literature review. These would be the four subjects that you would be studying, and as I said before, there are two tests to evaluate your knowledge in that particular subject. Once you finish this step, once you qualify those exams, you are further proceeding to the next step, which is your research work. In research work, you don't have any subjects at all, because all the goals that you have are functional goals. Like there are certain steps, certain things that you need to complete, via which the end result is that you'll get your PhD degree. So the first part in a research work is your research proposal submission. Research proposal, as the name states, it is your proposal to the guide and the dean research, mentioning your research area, research topic, and informing them or convincing them rather about the possibilities, scopes, everything. So for this, normally the suggested strategy is typolymer strategy, which is the one commonly used across the globe. So once you submit the research proposal, then further the team, which is the dean research, the guide, everyone will evaluate your research proposal. Once they are satisfied with it, they'll nod a yes, which means that you can further proceed with the synopsis writing part. So the second part of your research work would be synopsis writing. So in synopsis writing, depending on your university, they would have given you a clear guidelines on what is the permitted plagiarism percentage, how many pages it should be having, and what are the fonts that you're supposed to use, what are the font size that you're supposed to use. All these things will be given from your dean research department so that you can make a synopsis accordingly. So normally the suggested number of pages for a synopsis would be something between 13 to 15 pages or 17 pages would be ideal. And any university would prefer a plagiarism percentage less than 10. This is because while doing a synopsis, you have to understand that the presentation would be in front of the external. So whenever you are doing your presentation part, it is really bad for the university when it was approved by dean research and later on during the presentation, the external marked a redo because he or she was not satisfied with the work. So this is why whenever you are submitting a synopsis, you should understand that you might be asked to redo certain stuffs 2-3 times or even 4-5 times. Now, once you finish your synopsis, the next step would be either you can go for a research paper publication or you can directly start off with your thesis part. Now in synopsis, we already know that there is a presentation. Certain universities, what they do is they conduct a pre-synopsis presentation, which means that the in-house team, which is your dean research, your guide, all the team members of the research team, they'll be conducting you a mock test like a synopsis presentation so that they can identify and rectify those errors during the presentation time. Similarly, for a thesis presentation, once you prepare your thesis, once you submit it, exactly like the synopsis, whatever corrections are there, your guide and your dean research will point that out and tell you to correct it. Again, just like synopsis, you might be asked to change things 5-6 times. which is quite normal in a research program. So once you finish this, you will be further going to the pre-thesis presentation. Once the pre-thesis presentation is done in a proper way, then you can further go to the thesis presentation. Again, the externals would be there. You will be evaluated. A successful thesis defense, make sure that you will get your PhD degree on time. Now, coming to the one point which was left in between, which is your research paper publications. So we all know that about 5-6 months back, UGC officially released a press release where they clearly state that it is no more mandatory for research scholars to publish papers. So now it is purely up to your university and your deemed research department whether they insist the fact that you should be having 1 or 2 research publications or papers. Depending on that, you can do your papers. So what papers do is, whenever you're submitting your resume to any HR in education institutions or any sectors, the paper publication adds more value, but it is no more mandatory as per the UGC's policy. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at more things about PhD, whether it is the coursework subjects or the possibilities after that. Everything we'll see in detail. Thank you for watching Inspire Education Service. If you want to enroll for any sort of PhD program in India and abroad, all you can do is you can contact us in the website mentioned below, and you can fill the form, or else you can call us on the numbers mentioned there. Thank you.